Hello, I'm the Mortgage Saver, and this is the video series on my mortgage overpayments update. So if you're new to this channel, the sort of goal and the reason I set up this channel was to record my journey for overpaying my mortgage and hopefully paying off our mortgage in the next 7 years. So that is the aim. It may take a bit longer, but every single month that we continue to overpay is another month closer to mortgage freedom. So this is my favorite type of video to record. So we're into June now, and yeah, I've got the May figures ready to share. I had a couple of comments and questions on my last video, so I'll just cover two things. So before we go into the numbers, so the first thing, people were asking about early repayment charges, because depending on your mortgage lender, you can sometimes be penalised for overpaying over a certain amount. Just to flag, with my mortgage, I'm in a fortunate position that I can overpay up to 10% of my original loan balance. So that means that I can make overpayments up to a value of around £16,000 a year without incurring a charge. Now, this is probably be different for all different mortgage lenders, so probably be different for yours if you've got a mortgage, so do check your own terms and conditions. And as I always state at the start of these videos, I'm not a financial advisor or a mortgage advisor, so do seek your own advice if you're got queries regarding any of these things. The second question that I had was around whether I am a solo mortgage owner, and I if I'm alone on this journey, or if I have a partner and have a joint mortgage. And it is the latter, so I do have a partner and we're on this mortgage overpayment journey together. So the numbers that you see aren't just from my own savings kind of going into this. My partner also contributes, so just to clear that up. Okay, so now that we've cleared that, let's jump into the figures. So it's a bit of a spoiler alert that what the total is, but it's useful to see what the breakdown is. So where were we at the end of April 2022? So at the end of last month, the mortgage balance was down to £127,176, and for the first 5 months of the year we had hit our target of overpaying by at least £1,000 or more. So let's reveal the May figures. So yeah, as I said, we started the month with 127,000 left on the mortgage. We paid our standard payment of £509 a month. Now this, you're probably thinking, oh, that's quite low. It is, because luckily we managed to secure an interest rate of 1.16% at the end of last year. So I think an equivalent rate now for us, if we had just been securing a deal, would probably be in the 600s. So we've been very fortunate with our kind of low standard payment. And then we managed to overpay £1,032. So we've hit that £1,000 mark again, which is brilliant. And interestingly, you can see the interest that was accrued on the mortgage in the month, because of the number of days in each month varying. So some months have 30 days, some have 31, and then February has 28. You can see that this differs, but a good comparator is in May. There was 31 days in May, there was 31 days in January. So we paid £130 in interest in January and only 125 in May. So the impact of us reducing our mortgage balance over those let's say 1, 2, 3, over those 4 months has meant that the monthly interest is reduced by around £5, which is quite nice, because if you scale that up, so if you times 5 by 12, that'll be £60. Times it by, say, 20 for 20 years, that'll be £600 worth of savings and interest over the lifetime of the mortgage. Now these are just rough calculations, but you get to see the picture that where this interest accruing is on a downward trajectory, which is good to know, and which is the aim of these overpayments. So that means that we finished the month, so the end balance, with £125,760 left on the mortgage, and we paid off just over £1,400 in balance. So that's quite similar with all the other months. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. And we're on track. And actually, it doesn't feel like it's been too much of a stretch so far, paying these figures with our current salaries. But because of the cost of living kind of increasing, we'll probably be feeling the pinch a bit more. And we've got some things planned in the summer which will probably eat into our budget a bit more. So it may be a struggle. But as I've said in other videos, I also invest each month, and I have reduced my investments at the moment because overpaying is our financial priority. That's, I know it's quite controversial. Some people, because of the interest rates, think that you should maybe invest rather than overpay, but I want to get rid of my mortgage and my partner's mortgages as quickly as possible, so that's where our priority is. So I imagine what would happen if we start feeling the pinch is that we would still make these payments but reduce the investments down again, and yeah, just trying to see if we can save money in other areas of our spending. So let's have a look at the total line at the bottom to see what the year to date looks like so far. So at the start of this year, we started with nearly 133,000 on the mortgage. In standard payments, we paid 2,500, and in overpayments, we paid 5,000. So actually, we've paid double in overpayments what we were due to pay in standard payments, which is quite a nice place to be. I know it's all computerized, but I wonder if anyone ever checks the account and goes, "Oh, I wonder why these people are paying so much towards the mortgage." But I'm sure it's all system automated, so there'll be no one from my mortgage lender probably looking at my account thinking these things. So the interest so far accrued is £618, and the end balance, yeah, as I said, is so far is at the 125,760 mark. And then the balance paid off so far this year is just over £7,000. My sort of goal, or the next milestone, I should say, for me on the balance wise is being at the position where we've paid off £10,000 within the year. Now, by the end of the full calendar year, we should have paid off much more than that. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be 13,000, but yeah, if we can hit over £10,000, that would be amazing. And then, yeah, just some of the final stats that we've got. So when you take our initial start balance of the year into account, we paid off 5% of that balance. And the total overpayment so far is £14,414. So that is the total overpayments that we've made over the lifetime of our mortgage. And as I've said in a previous video, I've got my eyes set on the £15,000 milestone, which we will hit in June, which is brilliant because to me that's, we've had our mortgage for around 6 years now, and to think that we've overpaid a full-time salary is really, really good. It's not something that I thought would be possible, because I think if you ask me tomorrow to take 15 grand out of my pocket to pay into our mortgage, it'd be quite hard to do, or very hard to do, I should say. But by doing it month on month, it makes it a bit more digestible. Now, I would say that we're in a very fortunate position that at the moment our income is a lot higher than our expenses, but I guess that's the point of trying to make hay while the sun shines and overpay at the moment while our income is on our side. So I'll stop rambling and just leave it there. So that's us for May 2022. We're going into the summer, and I'm starting to feel really proud of the progress that we've made on the mortgage so far. As always, I love hearing about people's own mortgage overpayment journeys. So drop a comment in the comment box down below if you're on a similar journey, and let me know how you're getting on. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.